Alright, joining a bit late into this lobby, or maybe just in the right time. We got contact on mid, a lot of pawns, grunts going at it. We have some familiar faces here: Ollie, Trash Panda, um, Choice, Livify, Halos. Haven't seen him before though. Nor Choice, Professor Bar, John Hunter, Saab, Moral. I believe he was called Noobs in Pro Lobby Moral. I guess he changed his name since yesterday. Professor Bar going up against Trash Panda. And let's see some of these matchups. Goody and Ollie pushing the front against Saab. Saab does not have his teammate ready yet cast. And Mr. Fox has a pretty good front setup here. Halos has not yet gone out to contest this front line, to contest these metal extractors. Mr. Fox, Cortex starting vehicles, which will probably outmaneuver bots easily and just out DPS, outrange, pretty much everything. Vehicles are way beefier. Tier 2 vehicles for Cortex have some good choices, have some bad choices. I've never made Quakers, but those are pretty cheap, pretty good long range. They don't have a big arc when they shoot those artillery shells, but I'm guessing they're pretty good. Okay, we got some aggravators from Trash Panda. Trying to take down the turret, and they do manage it. Professor Bar did not repair it in time. His grunts dying off, losing turrets as well. Missing out on some energy. I guess he got some energy right now. He only has 2 solars though. Making some more, a lot more. He is sitting on 1700 metal. Has energy right now. That's a lot of advanced solars though. Not sure you need that much, but we will see. He's losing this front line at the moment. He's trying to get in. Maybe just a commander. Yep, he's gonna sacrifice his commander here just to blow up a couple turrets, which is not that great. Trash Panda can just advance right now. He's got his Grave Robber here to try and get that medal that he got from sacrificing the commander, but Panda is gonna be here to intervene. He's recycling that commander, and meanwhile the commander is able to shoot, so he can recycle and shoot at the same time. That is going to be a lot of metal that goes to Trash Panda, and yep, pretty much free money. Trash Panda, a pretty good player. Played with him a couple times. Never lost a game with him, to be honest. We even came back from a guy rage quitting in our game. Sorry, I forgot to say we're here on Bismuth Valley. Mid lane, going pretty steadily, as it usually does. We got Cortex bots for both side. Bit heavy Armada bots and Armada vehicles from Tantric. We're not gonna say the rest of his name. Panda seizing his opportunity and pushing forward. There's only like 3-4 brutes coming up. Those Grave Robbers repairing them. That is pretty good. Some more brutes coming up. Did not want to do player view. Okay, there we go. So attacking from the side, Moral here. He's not gonna do that much damage to these thugs, but surely brutes are gonna push this location, and Panda is gonna finish absorbing this commander. They might even trade here. Moral, not sure if this is a good decision to lose your commander. He will lose it, and this is they're just feeding Trash Panda metal, and yeah, indeed, my God, this is pretty insane. I think he has enough thugs to survive this situation, although he does not have enough metal to use his commander appropriately and just degun. He's moving up to Tech 2, which is pretty good, but I'm still lacking a bit in energy. Just trying to defend from this. Doesn't need to be GG necessarily. Moral absorbed his commander. Did not do that much damage, and he lost his strongest front line at the moment, because commanders are usually your strongest units early game if you use them well, as does Trash Panda. But these two players, Professor Bar and Moral, just sacrificed their commanders in vain, in my opinion. Yep, they did not do any considerable damage whatsoever. Let's see top lane. Ollie and Goody wiping most of this front line from Saab and Cast. Just getting some Dragon's Teeth up. They do have some solid defenses. This can go both ways. We have some Pounders from Ollie, which are pretty good against stacked up units. But we have artillery coming up from Saab, just pushing these positions Good idea to move the grunts back, goody. Those can get easily destroyed by just like 2 artillery shells. And yep, we have a lot of those coming in, like 7. And they're just gonna get rid of these turrets. That's a bit close. Saab, he gets some of his artillery destroyed. Definitely needs to work on that micro. And we have some grunt pawn trades. Hollows is getting pushed in by Mr. Fox, so Ollie sends some units to assist. He has vehicles, so this is going to be pretty bad for Hollows. He will not be able to hold any front line for long. He does have a Castro, but okay, and Fox is getting a Castro of his own, but he's getting put under pressure by 2 players. Let's see how Kermit Slayer going up against Livify. And we have a lot of these tanks stacking up. Not sure what their plan is here, but it could be pretty good. Kermit Slayer already has a gunslinger. I'm not sure if that's gonna do any considerable damage. He can heal up if he survives, but that's 650 metal. That is advanced metal extractor for this at the cost of this gunslinger. And Fox forced to forfeit his front line here. Hollows just getting back up, repairing his bots, making turrets, hopefully, and just recycling the remains of Fox's army. We have a lot of these tanks from Tantric trying to push in, but we have a lot of pawns from Bit Heavy. Defending against this push. Let's see how Trash Panda is doing. He already has some fiends up and ready. There was no serious front line set up from Professor Bar at this time, but Moral is ready at any time just to go in. Puddings does not have that great of a front line. He can get pushed at any time, and if we had a radar, we would be able to see this, but we do not have a radar, so therefore we do not have information about Puddings here. And this could be pretty fatal if Moral decides to push here. He's not getting attacked or anything. You should foresee this situation. This is a pretty forward factory getting constructed by Puddings. He already has a tier 2 bot lab, but just getting constructors out. Already has 3, getting a 4th one out. I'm not sure you need that many. Okay, so we finally have a push from Moral. He might take this turret down. This one is not shooting, he's being blocked by the rocks, and he's forced to pull back. We have these fiends advancing from Trash Panda. He's gonna get these metal extractors up again. And let's check his economy. Yep, he's getting some sumos out. Might even be able to recycle the T1 laboratory here. But just still lacking on energy, as he is making a lot of units. Converting a lot of resources, set his conversion pretty low, but he only has 2 converters. I mean, it's enough. 70 energy per second. We have a big fight ensuing in mid. Levify with his tanks going up against Bit Heavy's Centurions, Whistlers, just outranging Centurions, outmaneuvering, making short work of that. Pretty big range, 600, and pretty big line of sight, 620, which is pretty good. Let's see Ollie here. Ollie, yep, high risk, but he has a Tsar out. This Tsar, if used properly, can just fully clear this front line. Big AoE, big damage, and just being able to completely wipe T1 units with one shot. He just needs a good front line for him. In my experience, this tank does not have that big of an armor. 650 range is fine, and cast should get these units out of the way, but yep, exactly what Ollie says. Go in front of the Tsar, give it an opening so it can output as much damage as possible. Give it experience, reduce reload time. We have a commander here from Cast. Will he see this? He's already getting shot by the Tsar. We have Quakers, Mausers, but they're not gonna do anything serious. Just got a lot of units pushing. They're forced to forfeit this front line. Cast blowing a lot of his units up. This is not that good. Cast just staying in one place, Gonna forfeit that commander. Ollie's gonna scramble to secure that 2,000 metal so he can output more tanks. Actually, just making a constructor here. Probably gonna make some advanced frontline or such. Just getting rid of this, the rest of the defense here. That Tsar was a pretty good unit there. Halos getting pushed in by Fox again. Detonating House, Fox losing a lot of these units, but just outright destroying Halos' commander. He has his tier 2 fiends on the way, but these fiends are no match for gunslingers. We can just out-kite them. Trash Panda getting pushed back a little bit by these tigers from Professor Barr. And Puddings, this was not a good decision, as we already have Sheldons just pushing your line. We have a radar bot finally, and we see that this position is pretty bad from Puddings. Getting some energy converters up, but this may very well end disastrously for Puddings if Moral decides to push, which he does. And we're going to see a lot of damage done here. He does not have energy income to keep doing this. He does not have energy for D-Gun. He's going to lose his commander here. But not before destroying some of the units. But yep, this is going to go down. Sheldons remain. Pretty big range. We got some Sheldons coming from Choice. And they're all just scrambling to keep this side from pushing. Panda getting a lot of fiends of his own. Let's see his income. He's hitting a lot of energy. 1200 metal. Just getting some build power up. Still making a lot of fiends. Has a fusion reactor already. And almost done upgrading his metal extractors. Well, at least backline metal extractors. Cloaked his commander, which is a good choice. But it will be seen by the radar, as it is not radar invisible. They're going to see this dot over here, which might be a problem, but we will see. Mid lane just stagnating a little bit. Halos pushing with his fiends, doing a lot of damage to this economy. Gonna get rid of a lot of metal extractors from Fox, and he already has metal problems. His income is already low to begin with, but if some of these fiends get to this base, I doubt they will, since we have hounds here defending. Was this constructed? I'm not sure. No. Okay, so no, he was still stuck on T1, Mr. Fox, and Saab and sorry, who was it? Saab and Cast getting pushed back completely. Cast losing his commander early. We still have that 2,000 metal lingering in the field, and we'll see what happens to that. That's aircraft from Kermit Slayer. Grunts cannot do anything about that, and they may be able to approach this and just recycle this commander, but he either didn't see it or is unsure if they have anti-air. Either way, it's a good choice. It's pretty big value. A lot of fiends coming from Panda. He just scouted out with some of his thugs and Sumo. We got a lot of tigers coming in from Professor Barr. He might be able to open this front line here, as vehicles are stronger than... Okay, we have Choice completely destroying Moral's Sheldons and Radar Bot, so he is pushing right now and advancing. We don't have anti-air, so these shurikens will be able to get their damage in and stun, but will they be able to capitalize on that? Ali getting some tigers, and Goody just still stuck on T1, outputting T1 vehicles. Let's check his economy. Still nothing too special. Advanced bot lab. He can very well recycle this T1 bot lab, and soon as he gets this T2 constructor, he already has one, and he should get to upgrading as he did. Yep, he issued the commands, and the second one should be used for fusion reactor. In which case, once you get it, you can just recycle all these for the extra metal. That is like 2,000 metal in these solar collectors here. Yep, 20. That is 3,000 metal in solar collectors. And do we see them from here? So that is around 10. That's 1,500 metal. That is like 2 tigers for Professor Barr. As soon as he gets a fusion reactor, he can get Can get them producing. Not sure why the game is paused here. Choice could help Panda here pretty well, but none of these units, neither the Fiends nor the Sheldons, fare well against Tigers. Have pretty good armor and a lot of HP, so they can just push them in. John Hunter just stuck on still creating T1 basic turrets with the commander. He has some arbiters, which are pretty good, have a lot of range, very, very strong T2 bots from Cortex. Maybe, in my opinion, the second best artillery after the Tier 3 Cortex catapult from the experimental gantry. These arbiters have very big range, a lot of damage, decent AoE explosion from the rockets. Let's see if Saab has something up his sleeve. He has an ambassador. Trying to... Okay, he's attacking ground, I guess. Let's see what else he has here. He has a lot of windmills. Already a fusion reactor done. Question is, will he immediately go for an advanced fusion reactor after that, or just another fusion reactor? We have John Hunter making his first fusion reactor, liking some metal, which is still fine. Oh, Professor Bar actually sitting on 4,600 metal. That is quite a lot. I guess he's just setting up EPCO. He still has 2 construction turrets. Just slowed his production down, so he has this huge amount of metal. Check the rest. Ollie, just decent windmills. No air players yet, which is unusual. Maybe even usual on this map. But we don't have anti-air. We don't have aircraft. Could be a pretty decisive move to make these aircraft right now, as nobody has defenses against them. I don't see anybody rushing a nuke. There's no anti-nukes yet, and it's been 17 minutes already. And if any sides does decide to go either aircraft bombers or a nuke, this could be catastrophic. But we have a lot of labs and vehicle plants tier 2 that can make just mobile anti-nukes, which is good. We have someone pinging this commander, which is still lying on the field. 2,000 metal, still up for the picking. Now Pounder goes down. That reminded me of someone saying in Winter Gaming's stream, "Suck and pound," which is pretty funny. I don't know, maybe just to me, but yeah. In any case, we don't have any advance coming from Goody or Ollie. Ollie pushing his commander back, just staying in between. He has a geothermal, Cerberus geothermal plasma battery. Has a lot of range, but is unable to shoot in front of these twin guards, which could be a problem. He has a Scorpion in a pretty good place. Maybe those pop-up turrets were a better decision than these twin guards. But in either way, the Cerberus is not going to see a lot of action anytime soon. Let's see what is going on here. John Hunter making Scorpion. His commander could be shot pretty easily if these Sheldons move just a bit up on the ridge. And Hunter sees this and is just backing his commander away. We have some Fiends rushing from Moral. May not be the greatest choice, as they're going to be met with Choice's Fiends and Sheldons, which is just going to make easy work of them. We have a lot of Tigers coming in from Professor Barr. These could very well put a stop to these Sheldons, which are pretty low HP, 800 HP. Just a couple shots from Tigers can make short work of them. We have a pretty long front here from a bit heavy. Just trying to cover as much ground as possible and get as much information, just not to get pushed from the side. We have some rattlesnakes from Saab, which are pretty good, almost 1400 range. Some Jaguars just to protect the front line. We have Bulls coming in, an Ambassador. Will he be able to get anything? Nope, just misses the rascal. Will Choice and Panda push anytime soon? These Sheldons are in a pretty good position to just dish out a lot of damage. This Fiend can just go under this ridge, and he's out of range. What happened here? Commander going down. Not sure what happened there. Maybe somebody snuck in. Commander and just exploded. That was Choice. Choice's commander. Now he got shot down, perhaps. Not sure what happened there. Sheldon's getting put into action by Choice, trying to get rid of those fiends from Moral. And Trash Panda just pushing, advancing his front line. These tigers got stunned, and fiends are not the greatest weapon to be used against tigers, as we can see. Obviously, all these tigers can be just reclaimed or resurrected. Either is a good choice. Yep, and they have already been put. Grave Robbers have already been put, given commands to resurrect units. See how fast that goes. Nope, they're just recycling units, and Professors, Grave Robbers just repairing the existing tigers. Still no insane push happening from either side. Yep, he's rezzing, so that was not the greatest choice for Moral. Should have foreseen that. But that is still fine. I guess he has good production here. Just making a lot of banishers with the radar vehicle and obscure. 900 line of sight, which is pretty good. Banisher has 800 range. Is going to put him to good use. Moral just going at it against Trash Panda's fiends. Putting a lot more out and just trying to get control of this. Those Sheldons just crossed down from the ridge and are getting ready to assault Moral's troops, making short work of them. And Professor Barr is forced to get these banishers out of the way. Those banishers don't even one-shot fiends. Just kind of insane. 1,000 metal, 23,000 energy. Pretty slow fire rate. I guess they're not ideal against those targets. They could probably one-shot Sheldons. But yeah, we have some EMP blasts here on mid. Getting rid of those deceivers and radar units. Have a push from Halos, trying to open up this front line, but to no avail. Mr. Fox already has some of the tanks ready, and we have some snipers from Kermit's Lair. Pretty insane units, very big range, one-shotting almost all T1 units. Maybe just not the Centurion, but you see Poison Arrow from Mr. Fox. Not sure what he's planning with that amphibious vehicle here. Not the greatest choice. That is for sure. Could have just opted for like 2 tigers instead of that. But that is fine. We have a Basilica coming from Kermit's Lair. We have a Pinpointer as well. 3 of those are enough for your entire team. It just enhances radar targeting, pretty much. If just one person makes 3, it's enough for the entire team of 8 people. I guess he needs it for the snipers and for the Basilica that he's trying to build, and for these rattlesnakes. This Persecutor has very big range, and these snipers may very well go down, but nope. Persecutor changed attention to Saab's bulls. These bulls are pretty strong, a lot stronger than tigers, a lot more expensive as well, like 1/3 more. But these can very well destroy all these front line that he has right now. Did not see any actions from Mausers, but Catalyst can even go down. It was a good choice by Ollie, but all these units go down. Persecutor's done as well. Very good control of these bulls by Saab. And Goody just spamming T1 units. Not sure how much help will that be. And Fox moving some of his units up here. And that is pretty good AoE from this Poison Arrow. like 25% to a pounder. But these T1 units will just suppress the T2 units that Saab and Fox have up here. Choice pushing his mortars, Sheldons up front. We have some banishers coming up from Professor Barr and a lot of these tanks just ready to push at any time. Sumos are not that great. Okay, so banishers can even shoot aircraft. That's pretty insane. Did not know that. Have good AoE on these rockets. Those Sumos are pretty slow to push. Let's see Professor Barr's perspective over here. Does he see? Nope, he does not see. He only sees one stealth unit. And that could be the commander going in, which probably is. Nope, that is Specter. And all these units are stunned. That is a very, very good move from Trash Panda. You just move all these units in, get rid of the tanks, the banishers. That is a very, very good stun from the Spectre. Trash Panda just gonna clean these units up. Still 5 seconds of stun left. That is more than enough to clean these units up without retaliation. And they're slowly approaching these banishers, the sumos. This could be disastrous for Professor Barr. I mean, already is, but will he be able to come back from this loss? Pudding's getting some Centurions, tier 1 units up against Moral. Moral just trying to help Professor Barr. That is a lot of metal here on the ground. Let me just take a look at a perspective how much there is. There is 10,000 metal left on the ground here, up for the taking. Most likely by Trash Panda. Let's see if he's starting to get these recycled units on the way. Nope, not yet. But that is completely fine, just focusing on the offensive. A lot of these fighters coming from Moral, but these fighters have nothing to do against ground units. And these sumos, a lot of damage, moving a bit faster than Mammoth, with a bit less health, but almost the same damage. Just destroying those advanced metal extractors from Professor Barr. And I believe this is it for Professor Barr. These sumos, there's nothing to stop them at this time. Only like turrets that can recycle them, but that is out of the question as they will go down as soon as possible. Some fiends coming in. That is it for Professor Barr, pretty much. And these units are gonna go over to the rest of his team. Very, very good push from Trash Panda. We see a Thor from Saab at 28 minutes, which is pretty good. We already see some Shivas from... okay, Goody stealth his commander. Trying to go in and get rid of this Thor, which is already going down pretty fast. Saab retreating his Thor. And we have these fiends just going at it against Moral. This game should be over pretty much. Players disconnecting, Moral disconnecting. This is a very big disaster. Just one Spectre, put that into perspective, just one Spectre completely turning the tides of this game, and the enemy team forfeiting, which is, yep, a common thing to do in these situations. Just a complete outplay by Trash Panda. Very, very well executed. Just a textbook play. Yep, exactly. Trash Panda, the MVP. That was a very, very good game from this bot lane. Trash Panda, pretty good player. The rest as well, but this was the decisive moment that ended the game for the Eastern side. Well, thank you so much for watching, guys. Have a good one.